Hi, and welcome, Radiant Souls, to this podcast, Rediscover Your Inner Smile and Energy, Voices of Female Entrepreneurs. I'm Esther Boevee. I'm an alignment and energy coach. I help and support female entrepreneurs who experience stress or overwhelm. Are you already having a business which is up and running, successful, but you're not feeling happy, feeling something is just not right? You know and feel it should be better. For my clients, I do energy work together with coaching and training to get back in your alignment with yourself, setting your business in the same alignment, starting from the complete you, the relaxed you, the true you in you, choosing your energy, choosing your actions. So you feel more happier, you feel more yourself in an aligned business. In this podcast, we're interviewing amazing and wonderful female entrepreneurs who also went through this. And they're sharing their journeys, sharing their insights on inner harmony, innate true self, and working with the laws of the universe and how to use that in your life and business. Be sure to like us, follow us, download it, and please leave a review so we can share our amazing journeys. To become our happiest self, the biggest smiles, and highest energy in your business. Let's go on this amazing journey. Hi, and welcome to this podcast, Rediscover Your Inner Smile and Energy, Voices of Female Entrepreneurs. Today, I have a lovely guest in the studio. Hi, Sonja.
Hi.
I've known Sonja for quite a while already. I guess 3 years or maybe 4 years already from another course, KBB with Dean Graciosi and Tony Robbins. And we talked on and off. And I started a podcast. And Sonja said, if you wait just with launching your podcast, I have a process which can support you. And I'm so glad I did that. And I would love to have Sonja in my studio. So here she is. Hi, Sonja.
Hello, and thank you so much for inviting me. This is so much fun looking at the process, how we got to know each other,
Yeah,
the
for sure.
synchronicity.
Yeah,
to
it meant to
launching.
be, really meant to be. I just started and said, hey, I'm doing the same and let's do it
Exactly.
together. And we did.
I love
For
it.
the-
I love it. Me being here is an amazing experience from going from a world with Tony Robbins towards podcasting, sharing more of your influence. So I'm very honored to be with you today.
Just the same as here. For the listeners who don't know you, can you introduce yourself for our women listeners?
Well, as you might know, I am a podcast host. Yeah, I've been interviewing a lot of experts when it comes to business and being really successful in business. If you are watching a little small reel in video of this, you will see the vault unlock your success. So for me, it's about a holistic way of doing business and entrepreneurship. So the very masculine side, which is sales, marketing, advertising, as well as who are we becoming into the process, and how can we get fulfillment with the success. So besides being a podcast host, I'm also a high performance coach, and I help entrepreneurs get that fulfillment and meaning into their lives, as well as the profit in their business, so that they can have a ripple effect in creating and helping other people improve the quality of their lives. And that's my ultimate why.
Yeah, I love who you help and how you do it. I got to work with you and I'm blessed to work with you. And I love how you truly practical and support straight away. So it's truly unlocking straight away what is there and what is needed. So loving that for sure. So in this podcast, we share journeys of female entrepreneurs. What is the piece of your journey you want to share in here with us?
Yeah, so actually for me, it was, I have an experience or history of 2 decades into sales management. So I actually managed sales teams and key account managers to grow the revenue, to increase their margin, to make sure that they're effective with their work, as well as training and coaching them when it comes to sales. And I had an awesome job. So the moment that I bought my house, and I built up this beautiful career, I had this like big journey into becoming a mother. So our chances of us getting kids together was really small. It was a big journey. It was very confronting. So at the moment that I had the job and I was traveling every 6 weeks, and I was in this beautiful house that I wanted, and I saw my daughter finally, after years of struggle, pain of conceiving a child, I saw her playing in the garden that I wanted. I had this moment. I was standing in my kitchen and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a grateful person. I've worked so hard. I achieved everything that I wanted, which was in my vision. Why am I feeling this emptiness? Why am I not feeling fulfilled? So there was like a big epiphany for me, like, okay, so there is something else that I should be doing. And then I decided to step into entrepreneurship and to step into, okay, how can I create a successful online business? Which I started with marketing, so a little bit more of the masculine side of business, and then really stepped into what generates energy, what is my genius, what was effortless for me to do. But then again, it attracted everything and the people that I want to work with in my business. So I created more of the success, the financial success, but then also the fulfillment in what I do. It really generates a great feeling inside of me, inside of the clients, that they can create and do what they're meant to create and do. So, yeah. That's
So
how I
when
ended
you,
up
yeah.
here. Like it was like big ups and downs and a lot of polarity into achieving that kind of result, which makes me passionate about teaching people how to do this in a practical way.
So you really felt empty in having everything, but not feeling fulfilled inside yourself. And then you started your journey in your entrepreneurship. But
Yeah.
how did you know where to go? How did you feel where to go? Or how
Mm.
how did you find your path in there?
Wow, that's an interesting question. That brings right to let's say the real depth of this work, right? When we look at what we're truly meant to do and what our purpose is, I actually got through that by a high level of consciousness, and I achieved that randomly. As you might notice, I have this kind of polarity character too, an energy. One side, it needs to be logical. I need to be able to explain it, right? And the other side is like this mystical side, like, what else is there? And I remember myself, reading the book over and over, Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. And
Mhm.
I was like contacted with this higher self, this higher intelligence, this higher wisdom. And I was so curious, Esther. Like the curiosity was out of this world. I was so curious. And I was very skeptical about meditation because all the people that I've been contacting with, and I just kept on hearing more and more about meditation. So I thought, okay, let me not be skeptic. Let's try meditation. And together, I guess, with the frequency of curiosity and actually feeling and knowing the truth that you do have a higher intelligence inside, you do have something genius inside of yourself that is waiting to be unlocked, right? That combination of me being really focused in my meditation and also being very curious on what is this higher intelligence is actually the moment after 6 weeks of practicing that I got into a higher state of consciousness, which really helps into getting the inspiration, the ideas, the subconscious nudges to say so, the intuition to know which step to take, which opportunity to say yes to, what to focus on, and also knowing that there is so much possible. So it kind of resolves the limited thinking, right? It really expands the way you think if you are in that consciousness. So yeah, that's actually how I ended up getting into the depth of what I'm doing. It was completely by coincidence, but now it's really on purpose.
Yeah, coincidence we called coincidence, but truly it's maybe meant to be, or the right moment, or find
Exactly.
yourself. So you raised your vibration and you found your more yourself, more your true self and your higher self. So you were able to be connected or aligned, or
Absolutely. Yes.
you felt it as alignment and true self,
Yeah, and energy
your
speaks.
innate worth.
Your energy speaks so much. Your energy says so much. And sometimes we would like to be in control of that energy, while actually, most of the time, you're also being led. And it takes leadership to recognize energy and to be able to shift energy and to be able to use your energy in the best way possible, too.
They call also meditation every time new. And sometimes we think we build something in meditation, but it's actually, it can change so much. One day you're feeling lots of joy, and the next day you're maybe confronted by something in your layers.
Yeah.
So I love that meditation. It's never the same. It can always change.
Yes, it is.
But for a first step, for who hasn't done it meditation or just started meditation, and in finding their paths just like you did, because it's really
Mhm.
brave of you that you stepped your out of your old business and having the money and the physical money and able to pay for everything into totally something new. You have to be
Mhm.
brave and then do something with yourself. But how did you start your meditations? And yeah, can you share the steps for us?
Yeah, so I started the meditations by reading. I was also at that point stepping into the world of Tony Robbins, of Firewalker, going to all these seminars and being coached on different levels when it comes to business, but also really, like, in depth about spirituality. I've been doing that like for myself for also almost 2 decades. So I've always had the two sides, but I was just in a very, let's say, normal, direct job with human beings and coaching human beings, leading human beings. So yeah, since then, what kind of challenges I have overcome and what I needed for that, it's actually a lot to do with, in my case, body, because I was good on the spiritual side, meditation. I felt this calling. I got multiple like signs that this was my calling. But then again, you do have the limitations from your childhood, from the culture, from what kind of environment you were raised in, because moving from a very successful corporate role into entrepreneurship is a big step, of course. But
Yep.
also being in entrepreneurship, being successful, and then pivoting is also a big step. So I guess when I look at what worked most for me, besides the meditation, because that is the real depth of consciousness and intentionality, it's also like physical work. Like we've done some sessions on emotion code, right? So actually removing trapped emotions from your body, from to say so, because it's connected to your subconscious mind. And then also, for example, EFT tapping,
Yeah, it's also a
NLP,
great one. Yeah.
different modalities. And sometimes some modalities are more appropriate than other modalities to make sure that you regulate your nervous system so that your body doesn't go into resistance once you want to level up or make these big steps or be courageous, or when you really feel stuck. When you're in the consciousness of being stuck, that is a terrible position to be in, or consciousness where you're not moving or you're kind of in the freeze mode. You have different modalities. And for example, EFT is one of them, where you can actually just really dive into the nervous system, calm down, to say so, regulation, so that you keep on moving, and also like adopting parts of your new frequency, of your new energy, of your new identity. And this should be like a slow process, because people really want instant gratification like
Yeah.
this.
Right now, right here, this moment.
Biggest pitfall. Yeah,
But it's a
because you're
journey.
going to go back and learn learn what you need to learn and go through the emotions so that you can actually transform your energy into who you are becoming.
Yeah, it's bit by bit. I've been to a journey, of course, for sure. Also after my burnout. And in my burnout, I did Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
But it helped me bit by bit find myself more and my alignment more. So as you describe, it's just little pieces because we couldn't install all when we receive it all at once, just like
Yeah.
Esther Hicks. No, we're so overwhelmed. And but in meditation or in EFT, can we do a little bit of EFT?
Oh,
For the
EFT takes a little bit of more time,
okay, maybe next
usually.
time then.
Maybe we can do the EFT next time, or
Yeah, let's do it next time. So meditation, do you do it in the morning or afternoon or at different times or
so when I started the journey, when I was like, getting the awakening, when I was getting like the ultimate benefit of meditation, I did it 2 times a day. One time was morning. For example, I started my morning routine with some physical short exercise, right, to get my body into shape. I did a little bit of Wim Hof breathing to make sure that my nervous system was also like prepared. And then after the breathing, it was both short exercises, but making sure that my body is also in a receiving state. I did like 15 to 20 minutes meditation in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I did another session of 20 minutes. So 2 times 20 minutes, actually. But afterwards, this was only the morning meditation, to say so, to be honest.
a morning routine? It's always great
Yeah.
to have a meditation in your morning routine. Even when
Yeah.
you have 1 minute or 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I try to do a half an hour or an hour in the morning. And I did before also then in the evening. But for me also, it's just enough in the morning to
Yeah.
get me started in a high vibration and
I love that.
connection with myself. Yeah, just like you, and feeling ourselves before we start the day instead of feeling the outer world and then starting.
So good. That's so good.
Especially as a mom, I can imagine you think a lot of things and what you have to do, what you need to do,
Yeah.
and if you
Yeah,
start
that's
with
that's the
yourself,
reason why I woke up that early, to make sure that we get everything we need to start the day successful in before the kids wake up.
yeah, start from yourself. And
Yeah.
just like you're saying, energy is everything. Is
Energy
everything.
is everything.
Yeah. We already talked a little bit about it, but where can the people find you?
So I'm most active on Facebook, actually. So you can follow me on Facebook on Sonja Martinovic, or you can just go, and the website is there is a new website coming. You can go to www.sonjamartinovic.com, and then you can click on any social media that you're most on. I'm most active on Facebook, so you will get the most out of me on Facebook, or from my podcast, The Vault with Sonja Martinovic, which you can also find on sonjamartinovic.com.
Yeah, I heard a little bird told me that you're gonna start something new in it. Can you share that for the podcasters who are going to listen?
Oh, for people who would love to do a podcast, yes. So one of my philosophies when it comes to the podcast is, as you said, in the beginning, when it comes to the energy, because energy is a big part of the podcast and this training. And it's also what we did in the live launch, as well as a very straightforward strategy to position you for a top ranked podcast so that you can actually expand your reach. And I'm going to launch an evergreen course, which will give you everything from A to Z to launch your top ranked podcast within 5 weeks. And yeah, if you're interested, I would say follow me. And the next coming weeks, the course will be launched, and you will be able to grab a promotion when it comes to that and get one of the first to get the evergreen course.
Yeah, I've gone through the process. It's expanded me for sure, but it expanded me also so fast. And Sonja explains it's really simple. You can do it. She also loves it simple, and just that you do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just share your voice, who you truly are. So go look up Sonja and do that course for sure. And you can find her in the show notes on websites and social media. Thank you, Sonja, for today. I loved having you here in my studio.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I love being here. And thanks, audience, for listening. Thank you so much for your energy and time.
And for sure, maybe we're going to do a longer one for the EFT or for something else we're going to share later on. So thank you, listeners, for listening in today to rediscover your inner smile and energy. And I'll speak to you in the next episode. Thank you for tuning in and sharing this space with us. We went on a journey with our hearts and inner beings, and we have taken it together. As we wrap up today's conversation, I want to give you a gift from my heart. As we carry the energy of our time together into the rest of your day, your week, and your life. If you felt a spark, a gentle stirring in your soul, or a whisper of joy in our time together, I would love to invite you to join me in a practice that's close to my heart. It's called Set Your Day in a High Vibration. It's a gentle but powerful way to start your day aligned, centered, and in harmony with your true self. These practices are also a beacon of light in my own life, guiding me back to myself, the essence of who I am, beyond roles, hustles, and expectations of others. It's a free gift I'm offering to you, one of gratitude for joining me in this sacred space. You can find the link in the show notes. It's my hope that brings you peace, clarity, and a spark of joy that it brings me every day. Until we meet again in the next episode, keep radiating your beautiful life, sending you waves of love and light, the highest vibrations for your journey ahead.